Good. Hey, Michael, how are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well as well. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with me today.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, so today we are talking Atlas King. So, what was it about it that in the script that jumped out that made you want to sign on?
Well, I mean, I started off doing like small parts in action movies from 2009, and fell in love with it. And obviously, you always want the bigger roles and you always want to challenge yourself. And I was very lucky over the years to, have some good parts in some decent films. And then Atlas King was brought to me, I think, a couple of years ago now, and they came to me with the lead. So obviously, that's a big challenge, and something that I'll be honest, I never really thought I would get to be the lead in a film. So I'm very grateful for the entire crew. And then, I read the script and I was like, wow, this is a real script. It's not some corny, cheesy MMA action film. It's a heist movie. It's a redemption story, and it's a very, very good, interesting script. So yeah, I'm proud of it. We all worked extremely hard. Shot the whole thing in downtown LA, and I think it looks pretty good.
Mhm. So, how would you describe the character of Atlas, and how do you connect with him, like emotionally as a character?
Yeah, well, to be honest, we have a lot of parallels in our own lives because Atlas King is a former street fighter that kind of gets involved with the LA mob and gets himself in trouble. He gets shot and almost killed, and he goes back to live in England for 15 years. And then his mentor and best friend dies. So he comes back to LA for the funeral. And when he goes back, he realizes that his friend's son that he's burying, his son is kind of caught up with the same people that I was in trouble with. So I can't leave town and allow his son and his whole family to fall the same kind of fate that I was headed towards. So I've got to come back and, take care of business. And to be honest, I was a fighter. And to be honest, I was involved with some unsavory characters early in my life, in my early MMA career. A lot of the managers and stuff weren't exactly the most professional. So I certainly had a lot of personal circumstances that I could lean on. So this character to me seemed like a natural fit. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, to be honest.
Was there stuff that maybe wasn't in the script initially that you said, no, I feel this character would do this that you wanted to add to it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of times. Nika, the director, he was very, very open, to me making changes in the script. He wanted me to feel natural. He wanted me to, if I had any, dialogue changes, or obviously we'd have a conversation about it and stuff like that. But yeah, he wanted me to feel natural doing this, and so yeah, there was a few things that we changed along the way, but nothing major overall. Just slight, wordings and phrases and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the whole team was just incredible to work with, and I think people are going to see when they watch it. They'll see that it's a real film. It's not some corny action MMA thing. It's a real gritty crime thriller.
hmm Now, like you said, you've been in some movies before. You've been like Triple Threat, which is one of my all-time favorite movies from Jesse Johnson. Can you
Yeah.
talk about the transition from like real life fighting to on-screen fighting, sort of the challenges faced when you first started it and how it is now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because even still to this day, whenever I show up on set, the fight choreographer always says, "Okay, Michael. So obviously in this, we're not trying to hit the person." And I'm like, for crying out loud, this isn't my first rodeo. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So there's always that hilarious and comical interaction because they do say that to me.
hmm
Um, but other than that, I mean, I've done martial arts my whole life. So in terms of the choreography and things like that, that's very, very easy to learn. So unfortunately in this one as well, hopefully there'll be quite a lot of the MMA UFC fan base tuning in to watch it. So I wanted to make sure that the fight scenes were very realistic. So I'm not saying that they had some crazy things anyway, but I was like, well, let's change this. Maybe if we add that, maybe if we, I tweak things a little bit to my style, to make it a
hmm
bit more violent and a bit more real. And they were very open to doing that. But yeah, the choreography side of things is always something I've been a natural at. I mean, as I say, lifelong martial artist, started at 8 years old. So that stuff comes easy.
hmm And generally now, what is it in a script if it comes on your table? What is it that has to jump off the page for you to be interested in the project?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good story, something original. It's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy and feel challenged by doing, you know. Um, but also, I'm also not at the point far from it where I'm turning roles down either. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm,
very aware of where I am in the world. This is a new world for me. Even though I've done it for a while, I'm still very much. You know, I've done what close to 20 projects now, but still, I don't class myself as some experienced thespian. Far from it. You know, I'm still very much still a beginner, and I'm learning all the time. Like working alongside Cuba Gooding Jr. You know, I learned so much from that guy, and just every take that he did was completely different from the take that he would do before it. You know, the dialogue would be completely different. The sentiment would be the same of what he was saying, but the words that he would use were just wildly different. So yeah, I'm still learning all the time, but you know, and hopefully some more scripts will come my way. I think I've got something that I'm, um, you know, featuring in later this year. We're shooting in England, but it's not signed, sealed, and delivered yet.
okay. Now we touched on it a minute ago, but how did you find working with director Nika?
Yeah, no, he was great. He was awesome, and we've actually become really good friends. He's so passionate about not just this film, but just about film in general. I mean, the man's a savant. He just absolutely loves it, and he's always writing and coming up with something new, and he's always got a new idea. So he was the perfect person to kind of partner with as well with Punch It Films because we formed our own production company, and we're trying to use Atlas King as like a proof of concept of what we can do. You know, so yeah, no, Nika was incredible to work with, and also very open. You know, he wasn't kind of set in his ways too much. If you had an idea and it was a good idea, he was like, yeah, sure, let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. You know, so yeah, just yeah, he was great to work with.
Mhm. Whenever you're working on a film, I guess, and there's a lot of long hours on set. How do you manage downtime, or is there in fact any downtime working on a film like this?
Not really. I mean, I've been the acting side of things used to be, oh man, it's a lot of sitting in your trailer and doing nothing until you're the lead. Then it's a very, very different world. You know what I mean? I kind of yearned for some of that time sitting in a trailer and being left alone. But for the most part, it was up at because we shot in downtown LA
Mhm.
and I live in Orange County. So I drove home every day just so I could spend a little bit of family time at home in the mornings or in the evening, have a glass of wine with my wife or whatever. So yeah, get out of bed at the crack of dawn, drive up to LA, work 12, 13-hour days, drive back and do it all again, you know, sometimes 7 days a week. So, yeah, definitely a lot more challenging, but much more stimulating.
Mhm.
Because I always used to say, like with the acting stuff, they pay you to sit around and wait. Because when you're actually on camera and you're performing and you're doing what you're there to do, that's so much fun, you know, and you get to play these characters and become somebody else. So yeah, being the lead and just go, go, go mentally the whole time. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I really did.
Okay. So, final question, because I know we're about to run out of time, but how would you like the film to resonate with audiences?
Um, how would I like it to resonate? Wow, that's a good question. I hope they get to see, um, you know, what I'm capable of, what this crew is capable of. You know, the four of us, we started our own production company, and I think what we've done is quite remarkable. And I hope that people can see that the cast and the crew was so dedicated, and everyone cared about the film. You know, there was so much love and attention went into this, and there was so much effort from everyone involved. And I think that comes across on screen. Obviously, we had a decent little budget, but this isn't some Hollywood blockbuster, far from it. But I think with everything that we did, the hard work, the favors that we pulled in, you know, on screen, it looks pretty good. It looks like a pretty expensive movie. So I hope people enjoy it. I think they will. I think they're going to be quite surprised when they watch this. I think with me attached as the lead, they think it's going to be some cheesy MMA film, as I said, but it's far, far from that. And yeah, give it a chance. August 21st. See what you think.
Alrighty, perfect. Thank you so much. Also, anytime you want any support for anything, give me a shout. It's very much my wheelhouse. So happy to
Awesome,
support you
my
in your
man.
company anytime.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank
All
you
right,
very
all the best for the
much.
film. Take care.
Take care.
Okay,
Bye
bye
bye.
now.